Penghu 1. Penghu 1 is a fossil jaw mandible belonging to an extinct hominin species of the genus Homo from Taiwan which lived in the Middle Late Pleistocene. The precise classification of the mandible is disputed, some arguing that it represents a new species, Homo tsaichangensis, whereas others believe it to be the fossil of a H. erectus, an archaic H. sapiens, or possibly a Denisovan. History and discovery. The fossil was recovered sometime before 2008 by fishermen working in the Pescadores Channel between the Penghu Islands and mainland Taiwan. It was found 6,120 meters below the water's surface and about 25 kilometers off the western coast of Taiwan, in an area which was once part of the mainland. Sea levels have risen since the last ice age and in consequence have submerged the area where the fossil was recovered. It was described in 2015 by an international team of Japanese, Taiwanese, and Australian scientists. Penghu 1 is currently housed at the National Museum of Natural Science in Taichung. The fossil is stratigraphically dated to younger than 450 kaya, based on prehistoric sea level lowering to either between 190 to 130 kaya or to between 70 and 10 kaya. Fossil morphology. The fossil consists of a nearly complete right lower jaw with 4 teeth, including worn molars and premolars. The mandible has a high index of robustness, a robust lateral torus, large molars, and with the help of 3D reconstruction, it was revealed to have a large bicondylar breadth. These features help confirm that the fossil was from the Middle Late Pleistocene era. The alveoli of its 4 incisors and right canine have been preserved as well, showing their great length. The specimen was assigned to the genus Homo based on its jaw and tooth morphology. The mandible shows a receding anterior surface and lacks a pronounced chin, which has helped distinguish it from the species Homo sapiens. However, the fossil exhibited derived traits similar to early Homo habilis, including the shortness and width of its jaw. These and other characteristics, such as the agenesis of the M3 molar, have been sufficient enough evidence to classify the specimen of the genus Homo. Classification. Although the genus of the Penghu 1 has been widely accepted, there is much discussion on the potential species of the specimen. The Penghu 1 mandible has been described as most similar to Hexian fossils of Homo erectus. Both Penghu 1 and the Hexian mandible share similar crown size, mandibular prominence, and general robustness. As a result of these similarities and their late presence in Eastern Asia, the authors of the first archaic Homo of Taiwan proposed several models for their existence. The features the mandibles shared could be explained by either the retention of primitive characteristics of early Asian Homo erectus, a migration of Homo with robust jaws from Africa, inclusion in the species Homo heidelbergensis, or they could have been an adapted form of Homo erectus. However, the species identity or taxonomic relationships lack consensus due to limited material. Co-author Yao-Suk Kai-Fu cautioned that additional skeletal parts are needed before species evaluation, but paleontologist Mark McMenamin argued that unique dental characteristics of the jaw were sufficient. McMenamin compares Penghu 1 to Gigantopithecus jaw fragments found in Semedo village in central Java, insisting on their relationship being a case of convergent evolution. He refers to these fragments as Gigantopithecus cf. G. Blackie, and he explains that this genus was once deemed similar to Homo and Australopithecus until later being recognized as a giant pongid. Gigantopithecus cf. G. Blackie and Homo tsaichangensis have similar tooth morphology, suggesting related dietary choices and similar geographical range extensions. The discoveries of Gigantopithecus cf. G. Blackie and Homo tsaichangensis also revealed that they both inhabited the Tegel-Penghu biogeographic province around 250 kaya. McMenamin then forms the conclusion that because they lived in the same province and had access to the same food sources, they both had to adapt to a diet rich in bamboo and other surrounding vegetation to survive. McMenamin agrees with a potential explanation provided by Chang that the Penghu 1 specimen represents a hominin which evolved from a gracile straight-jawed Homo erectus to better suit its environment, thus affording it to be classified. Chinese anthropologists Sinjai Wu and Heilwen Tong are not so eager in the adoption of a new species, tentatively assigning the mandible to archaic Homo sapiens, leaving open the possibility of elevating it to a distinct species should more fossils be discovered. In a 2015 paper, Lilo Suvad accepted the validity of the new species H. tsaichangensis. In 2019, Chen Penghu, along with a group of co-authors, presented a piece suspecting the Penghu 1 mandible. This conclusion has been supported through its comparison with the Denisovan archaic mandible. The archaic mandible was discovered on the Tibetan Plateau and is dated to be about 160,000 years old. The archaic specimen has similar dental morphology compared to Penghu 1. They share 4 distinct characteristics. Their intus are close in mesiodistal width.